Today on MTG Unpacked, we're going back to September 2016 and the release of Kaladesh. So we're taking a look at the Chandra Planeswalker deck today from Kaladesh. So let's take a look here. You get a Chandra Pyrogenius foil and the 60 card deck, 2 Kaladesh 15 card booster pack strategy insert and quick reference card. Alright, so let's get stuck into it. And this was actually the year before I started playing, so that is the reason why you would not have seen this on the channel before. We're going back in time and revisiting some of these older things here, so let's see what we've got. Take a look at this foil. I think the earliest Planeswalker we opened was the Hour of Devastation Planeswalker decks. So we did not do Armenket or anything earlier than that. Alright, so we have Chandra Pyrogenius. Planeswalker Chandra, 5 loyalty for 6. Her +2 deals 2 damage to each opponent. Her -3 deals 4 damage to target creature. -10 deals 6 damage to target player and each creature he or she controls. Craziness, and of course it's a mythic. Alright, so let's get this stuff out of the way. You get a nice box here with Chandra. And of course, Chandra will be here to do the pack blessings today, so we will see what we get. We'll do that later in the video. Okay, so the usual quick reference. We'll ignore that for the time being. And what do we have here? Okay, so this is the deck list. Chandra Pyrogenius, learning to play Magic, Planeswalker cards, and a bit about playing the deck, boosting the deck, so you supplement it with the contents of the booster packs there. That's the idea. So what do we get? A whole heap of good stuff. So take a look at that. And Chandra Nala. A bit more about Chandra. So she is one of the Planeswalkers in the game. And we'll be taking a look at this other deck, the Nissa Nature's Artisan, tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Alright, and what was the first Magic set that you picked up? Leave a note in the comments. Okay, so that is how we do the pack blessings. Hopefully that'll get us the crazy pulls we're looking for. Okay, so let's get stuck into this. And like always, I like to check out the mana base first. Okay, so we have Stone Quarry, enters battlefield tapped. You can tap it for red or white. So we're gonna get probably 4 of those, yeah. And then mountains. 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. Probably the same number of planes. 10 of those. Okay, so slightly less. And we've got cards flying everywhere here. Okay, so now we will take a look at the deck proper. And we start off with Fateful Showdown. Instant for 4. Deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. Alright, so that's a rare. Fleetwheel Cruiser. So this is something, if you weren't playing this back in the day, vehicles are a thing. Some people love them, some people hate them. Leave a note in the comments which camp you belong to. So we have an artifact vehicle, 5/3 for 4 with trample and haste. When Fleetwheel Cruiser enters the battlefield, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So you can crew it for 2, meaning you tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more, and this vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Alright. Next up we have Liberating Combustion, sorcery for 5, deals 6 damage to target creature. You may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Chandra Pyrogenius, reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Okay, so we're actually going to get 2 of those. Next up, Speedway Fanatic. Creature human pilot, 2/1 for 2 with haste. Whenever it crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains haste until end of turn. So I like the flavour on that one. Gear Shift Ace. So this is a creature dwarf pilot, 2/1 for 2 with first strike. Whenever it crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains first strike until end of turn. Okay, so we're souping up our vehicles here. Next we have a trusty companion with vigilance, and he can't attack alone, which means you're going to get more than one, so he has to attack in a pack. Just 2 of those, okay. Veteran motorist, creature, dwarf, pilot, 3/1 for 2. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. And when it crews a vehicle, that vehicle gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So again, pumping up the vehicles. A couple of those. World Fast Monitor, artifact creature lizard. Pay a red, it gains menace until end of turn. Renegade Firebrand, creature human warrior, 3/2 for 3. As long as you control a Chandra Planeswalker, Renegade Firebrand gets +1/+0 and has first strike. Okay, so 2, 3 of those. Spireside Infiltrator, so this one when it becomes tapped deals 1 damage to each opponent. So a bit of aggro in here. So aggro meaning you're just trying to do direct damage to the opponent as much as you can. Next we have the Gremlins, Brazen Scourge with haste. Driven by an insatiable hunger, gremlins never cease feeding. They can destroy a lifetime of work in just a few moments. So watch out for these dudes. Alright. Next we have an aerial responder with flying vigilance and lifelink. So this is another dwarf soldier. So that is a tribal thing here in Kaladesh. Get 2 of those. Snare Thopter, artifact creature Thopter with flying and haste. Sky Swirl Harrier with flying, just a regular bird there. Sky Skiff with flying, and you can crew it for 1. So 2 of those. Lots of vehicles in this deck. So if you do not like vehicles, you would want to steer clear of this. And incidentally, if you're new to Magic, this is not standard legal. This set rotated out a fair while ago, but it's still fun to take a look at some of these older sets. You would normally play this against the Nissa one. Not terribly competitive back in the day, but still I'm sure it got a lot of people started in Magic. So this one, whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. You can crew it for 2. So we're getting 2 of those. Bomat Bazaar Barge, another vehicle. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, crew it for 3. Oval Chase Dragster, another vehicle. What a surprise. With trample and haste, crew it for 1. Built to Last. So this is an instant target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay, so pumping up your creatures there. Cathartic Reunion. As an additional cost to cast it, discard 2 cards, you get to draw 3. Flame Lash deals 4 damage to target creature or player. There's more of that aggro, so that's typically associated with red. You get, let's see, 3, 4 of those. Alright, so that is the deck. Let me know what you think of this one. Did you have fun with that deck back in the day? We will get stuck into Kaladesh packs now. Hopefully the pack blessings by Chandra will pay dividends. Okay, we have Select for Inspection, Cathartic Reunion, Fragmentize, Failed Inspection, High Spire Artisan, and of course we're looking for lottery cards here, fingers crossed. Night Market Lookout, Windrake, Sky Skiff, Propeller Pioneer, Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot, and Uncommon's Wispweaver Angel, Janjeet Sentry, Speedway Fanatic again, and a Mythic. Nice! Dovin Bane, Planeswalker Dovin, 3 loyalty for 4. His +1 until your next turn up to 1. Target creature gets -3, -0, and its activated abilities can't be activated. His -1. You gain 2 life and draw a card. -7. You get an emblem with your opponents can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untap steps. Very cool. Nice to see a mythic there, and an island, and a servo token. And you'll have these coming out of your ears. Like me, you may have wallpapered your home with them, with the servos and thopters. Leave a note in the comments if you think they make fine home decorations. Final pack here, we have Tasseled Dromedary, rather decorative camel, Revolutionary Rebuff, Thriving Grubs, we've got the Gremlins again, Dakara Scavenger, Takedown, Tidy Conclusion, Inventor's Goggles, Giant Spectacle, Impeccable Timing, Consulate Skygate, Uncommons Unlicensed Disintegration, Demolition Stomper, Morbid Curiosity, and rare is Saheli's Artistry. Sorcery for 6, choose one or both, create a token that's a copy of target artifact, or you can create a token that's a copy of target creature except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Alright, and a Swamp, and another Servo token, there we are. Alright, so there we have it. That is the Chandra Planeswalker deck from Kaladesh. Leave a note in the comments what you think about this one, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. And coming up tomorrow, we'll be taking a look at the Nissa deck from Kaladesh, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.